2-0 Sox. We mentioned it's our final game here on WGN, and our executive producer, Bob Borwald, throwing out the first pitch. I haven't seen this yet. How'd you do?
Low and away. I haven't thrown a ball in like 5 years, and Bob Grimm and my boss, Paul Rennie, absolutely surprised me. I thought we were going down to get a picture or something to honor WGN, and they handed me a jersey and a ball and said, you got about 5 minutes, you're going out and throwing out the first pitch. So it's not often that I'm left speechless, but they totally got me. Look at that team.
That's
got
really nice.
Christine O'Reilly Reardon and Bob Grimm and then Paul Rennie. You know, we've been so fortunate to have this relationship with the White Sox. It's just been magic.
22 years for you as the executive producer, right? Is that right?
Yeah, 22 seasons, yes. And I'm the new guy, you know, with this crew, this great crew that we have, and John Waldron, our producer, and Joe Grube back there, and Stentz with him and everybody. I'm the new guy.
What stories do you think about as you see this final White Sox game here today? And I know you do not want this to be a farewell tour and a dirge and all of that. I know you're relishing the memories as McCann makes a great play. I know you're thinking of all the times in the past. Where does your mind go when you think of WGN and the White Sox?
I knew you were going to ask me this, and I've done TV in this town for 37 years, and I think maybe the happiest, most surprising day ever was the White Sox rally. There was never a parade. They didn't have parades for the Bulls. We got about 15 hours notice of what was going to go on because teams will never talk about those things before they clinch. And again, WGN always does the pool. So right at the rally site, our camera guys and crew are the ones on site, and then all the stations take that. So we do the planning and everything that way. So it was a heroic effort by everybody on our team in this unbelievably cool moment. Nobody knew how it was going to play out. How many people are going to be downtown? What's the weather going to be like? It's a sunny day, and those vehicles turned and came north on LaSalle, and the confetti cannons went off, and it was just beautiful. It was wonderful. I get, goosebumps thinking about it now, and then when Paulie reached in his pocket and gave Jerry the ball. I mean, that's something you just never forget. It was just a proud day to be a Chicagoan. I'm glad we were a little part of it.
WGN and baseball. To me, and to so many people in this city, it just goes together. You get to experience on both sides of town watching baseball from this vantage point. How do you think you consume baseball because of these 22 years?
I watch a lot of baseball, but the idea is always, it was not thought up by me or anybody that works here now, it was handed down to us, is that we're family. The local telecast is different than the national telecast. People get to see you guys every day, so there are more things that don't have to be explained and more things that you can laugh about more easily. And at the end of the day, people are bringing you into the home as family, and they've been treating us as family the whole time that we've done that. And that's just, you can't say thanks often enough to the people that watch us. And these last couple of weeks, we've just as a crew been overwhelmed by good wishes, and just want to express on behalf of everybody at WGN certainly how much it means to us for everybody that's reached out.
In that 2005 season, which was, as it turned out, the first World Series here in quite some time, what was it like the last, say, 6 weeks of the season when you realized that this Sox team was for real? They weren't going to fold a tent. Each and every day was a story unto itself. What was it like to do to be producing White Sox baseball on a daily basis, knowing that there was a chance they were going to get to the postseason, a good chance to the postseason, and then an outside chance of actually getting to the World Series?
Well, in that September, there was a big lead, and it was here we go, and then it was Chicago, and when the lead started to shrink, then, oh my gosh, is this going to happen again? And then that team just turned around and roared. So the great part about that postseason was we got to carry the ESPN feeds on WGN, so more people in town got to see it. We were doing pre- and post-game shows and got to be a big part of it because of that way. But it was just the joy that came out of the South Side and the pride, and then as a fan to watch this unbelievably, potent lineup in the postseason run, both pitching and hitting. I mean, I don't think that team gets its due for the domination of the postseason. You know,
11-1 is something you're not going to see too often
you know,
from
you win
anybody.
2 home games in the World Series, and then you're up, and the third game's in the balance, and all of a sudden you win it at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you go back out there, and it's over, you know, and it hit everybody right between the eyes. It was so much fun, and I know for everybody involved in that here, you know, they just, they talked about how people, you know, Jerry always talks about how people come up to him all the time. It means so much to them and everything else like that. And those are the things that when you're at a local television station, you get to do the things that we all get to do that mean the most to you.
As you think about this day, and you said with the jersey that the Sox gave you, it shouldn't say Vorwald, it should say Crew. Can you just try to express to the people watching how much it takes to put on baseball telecasts on a nightly basis?
It was no mistake that I was thrown out the first pitch because everybody else was busy. You know, the game ended, and these guys turned around the truck, put in the new graphics. There's things that are different with our show and NBC Sports Chicago show, and they had everything up and running in 20 minutes. It's a ballet, it's an orchestra. They make it look so easy, and I'm privileged to work with them because they love the game. And hopefully that shows up every day. These guys are magnificent. They've done it on both sides of town for a long period of time. And, you know, these call letters mean something, but they mean it because of the work that goes into that. And, again, I just use the word magnificent in being able to work with these guys for so long.
What do the call letters mean? You said they mean something. What, in your heart?
Selfishly, there's no local television station in the country that means any more than WGN. And all the time that I've worked with doing shows, doing player interviews, anything, when you use the letters WGN, doors open. People stop and say yes. They mean something. If you have the shirt on, I always wear a WGN sports shirt when I'm flying, because usually a flight attendant or somebody there knows and watches baseball and will help you out. And, you know, it's just it's something that engenders goodwill no matter where you go. And we're just so lucky to be part of this shared community that's been built over 72 seasons of doing baseball.
I haven't tried that, but, you know, looking for an upgrade is not a bad thing.
It's absolutely helped me any number of times.
When did you two first meet?
98, and 98 turned out to be a really wonderful year for the Cubs. I mean, they got to the postseason, and it was the 20 strikeout game that Kerry Wood. That was Bob's first year not his first year at WGN, but the first year in this job, and that's where we ran into one another.
We had the home run race going on.
Yeah, that was unbelievable.
The wild night, the wild card game. The Cubs thought they were out on Sunday. Oh.
That'd be a good way to end it. Getting one right between the eyes.
Exactly. We already bought one monitor this year. Let's not lose another one. You know, our budget's tapped out. We're out.
It's our blowout the budget spectacular, our final game.
We're not paying for anything else. That's it. That last Sunday in '98 was absolutely crazy. And then the wild card night next, was unbelievable.
I can still remember Rod Beck with the big arm swing, jamming Joe Carter with a 79-mile-an-hour fastball, and that was it. And it was off to the postseason.
To second base, Yolmer Sanchez. Bob Vorwald, thank you so much for everything. I'm so grateful to call you a
You
friend.
guys make guys like me look a lot smarter every time you open your mouth. Thanks for all you do.
Thank you so much. Bob Vorwald, our executive producer, for those call letters that mean so much here in Chicago.